Alrighty, y'all. If you know me at all, you know that I'm absolutely fascinated with TATRA trucks. They're just freaking awesome. That's the best way to put it. And there's still so many products of theirs that I don't know about and I love to learn about. Everything I've seen from them seems to be extremely impressive. Great sounds, great looks, technology, suspension, all that jazz. I'm told by IWrocker on Discord, thank you for the suggestion, that I have to look at the TATRA 813, I believe it is. I'm also told that this has a naturally aspirated TATRA V12. V12 engine. That's insane. And I don't know how I have missed this one after all this time. So we're going to jump straight into it. We'll be looking at different clips. These will be linked down below so you can check them out and browse their channels. Let's dive into the TATRA 813 with the V12. I mean, come on. Sign me up. This sounds amazing. Here we go. Turn the volume up for sure. Oh yeah, right away I can tell it's TATRA. Ooh, we're going in some rough terrain too. This kind of soft, wet mud like this is not easy. It's harder than it looks. Well, it's a walk in the park for this thing. This stuff is nasty for a lot of regular trucks. Okay. This thing sounds freaking ridiculously good. This sounds so good. Wow, this thing sounds like thunder. Dude, it has absolutely no problem going through this at all. Practically tearing through trees, ruts, mud. Doesn't matter. Thing looks awesome too. Looks menacing. That might be one of the best sounding trucks I've ever heard. The Czechs absolutely nailed it with this, man. They nailed it. TATRA is a godsend, man. I tell you what, they're so badass. Dude, that is one of the coolest sounds I've ever heard out of an engine, ever. Call me a weirdo, right? I love muscle cars, I love sports cars, I love supercars, I love it all. This sounds better than any Lamborghini or Ferrari I've ever heard. Call me crazy. What a view. Look at it. You don't have to worry about anything. Oh yeah, get that thing roaring on the open road. Oh my God, man. All right, I wonder what the kind of speed this thing could do. All right, here's another clip from the inside. Looks like a rainy day. but we are on the street for this one. Love that it's a manual, because why the hell would it? Why would it be an automatic? Of course it wouldn't be. I freaking love it. I wonder what kind of speeds this has too. Turn it up, turn it up. Oh, it's already up. It's distorting. This camera can't even pick it up. It's just distorted sound. Wow. I love how you can hear, like, I don't know if it's like gear whine or some just like engine whine, you know? I just love all the mechanical sounds that you would expect out of this thing. I freaking love it, dude. This would be so damn fun to drive. God, the sound of that thing is just incredible. Especially every time you make a shift. Every gear change is just glorious. Alright, listen to this thing take off. It's so freaking good. Is this in the Czech Republic? I'm assuming it is. I could be totally wrong. Maybe someone will recognize. And what happened? This must be under construction, yeah. Damn, what an absolute beast of a truck. All right, so if we go to a quick look at the good old wiki, let's see if we go here maybe. TATRA 813 was a truck produced in Czechoslovakia by the TATRA company. It was produced from 1967 to 82. Of course, back then it would have been Czechoslovakia. It was a military version of the 8x8 Colossus, which was able to pull trailers up to 100 tons. My goodness, dude. There was also a civilian version in either 6x6 or 4x4. After 15 years of production, 11,751 vehicles were built in all modifications. Many units were exported to the USSR, East Germany, Romania, and India. So these things got around a little bit, and let's get real. They're just freaking beastly. I can't believe this thing is that old. I mean, I figured it was older. I thought maybe like late 80s, but no, this thing is from like straight up late 60s all through the 70s. But wow, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, you have a V12 diesel in an absolute super heavy duty truck and chassis. Every TATRA I see, I want, like straight up, you know, dear Santa, please make a TATRA truck appear in my backyard somehow, okay? Like, they're so freaking cool, dude. And of course, they're always interesting when it comes to like design and engineering, right? For example, this thing has a tubular backbone construction. The advantages of the central load-carrying backbone tube are the high torsional and bending stiffness, protecting the truck's body from forces caused by the payload. Plus, it houses all important parts of the drivetrain and allows the modular construction, so designers and customers can choose between 2, 3, and 4 axle versions and wheelbase combinations. That's the thing. These TATRA's models are so versatile, right? You can get them in so many different configurations and designs. It's so freaking cool, dude. The T813 design uses a cab-over engine configuration, wide profile, super single tires, and central tire inflation and deflation system. In other words, this thing is stacked. It's freaking stacked. And let's get to the engine, the heart of this thing. I mean, the thing sounded like absolute thunder. One of the best sounds I think I've ever heard. I can safely say. The naturally aspirated V12 engine T930 was created by adding 4 cylinders to the existing T928 75-degree V8 engine in the TATRA T138 model series. The crankshaft uses 6 individual journals bolted together with front and rear pins running on the main roller bearings and axial friction thrust washers. The military version was multi-fuel capable, running on any mixture of diesel fuel, petrol, gasoline, and kerosene aviation fuel. I mean, how freaking cool, dude, right? That's what I love about military trucks. You can make them almost run on anything, right? It's pretty cool. And also the gearbox, it was a 5+1 manual transmission. And of course, transfer case. Brakes were triple circuit air S-can drum brakes. And finally, here are some versions of this 813, right? You have like a 6x6 version here. Dude, how freaking awesome is this? You have a crane version. I want it. I want that one. I want that one right there. Oh my God. These are so badass, man. Look at this thing. Moving planes, like, use literally an airport tug. What can't this thing do? I love it splashed in color like that, right? There's a hauler in the snow. Of course, TATRA makes the absolute baddest of the bad fire trucks, man. They are truly the coolest fire trucks you could ever ask for. I'm convinced. I mean, look at this thing. Rocket launcher. You can do anything with this. For real. Obviously, this thing is a all-star when it comes to truck trials. Why not? I mean, it's a badass truck. Look at the Czech Republic. By the way, I think it looks beautiful there, man. I see these rural areas in the Czech Republic. You see the forest. You see the hills. Look at the blue sky there, and everyone's lined up for a good time for some off-roading and some diesel action. I mean, dude, sign me up. What an awesome vehicle, man. Look, I absolutely love learning about all these different vehicles, big and small, right? Trucks, race cars, hatchbacks, whatever it is, right? I love learning about so many vehicles from around the world. Of course, Europe is like an absolute deep dive. Like, there is so much to learn about, and so much that's a lot different than what we have here in the U.S. So much that we didn't have here, ever sold here. You name it. It's really cool. But TATRA, and honestly, like Skoda too, like the Czech vehicle market is very interesting to me, because growing up, I never knew that there was like any notable vehicles from the Czech Republic. I had always heard as a kid, of course I'm not going to know everything as a kid, but I only really knew of like, British vehicles like Aston Martin, from video games and stuff, or like Mini Coopers. And then of course like German vehicles, right? Like Mercedes and Audi, they're present here in the US. So that's pretty much all I knew. Fast forward to now, of course, I know a lot more as an adult, but I'm still learning, and it has been one of the most pleasant surprises on this channel, learning about a lot of interesting things from, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, right? That area, beautiful countries, awesome trucks, right? These TATRAs. Remember, I have seen one in person somehow, so lucky, at the Lane Motor Museum in Nashville, Tennessee. There was one, and it was huge, and it was just freaking so cool. I wish I could have bought it right on the spot. Yeah, they're really cool. And look, I'm not one of those Americans that claims like, oh, we're Czech and Irish and all that stuff, right? Like I fit right in. No, I'm American, right? I was born and raised here. I'm American. But I like to be, in the know of where our family comes from, 100 years ago, right? So, yeah, on my mother's side, right, they are Czech. The name is Czech. It's kind of, I guess, fun for me, like special for me to learn about this stuff, because I want to, learn about where our family comes from to a degree as best as I can, right? I don't like living in an American-only bubble. I like learning about the world. And anyway, before I go on a long ramble, the point is I think TATRAs are so freaking cool, dude. So yeah, this was a genius suggestion by Unifrog. I really appreciate that. Keep it up with that. I can't wait to see more. I appreciate you guys watching. I guess that's going to be it for this one. Tell me in the comments if you've been lucky enough to ride in one of these. I would love to hear about it. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all, stay safe out there. I'll catch you later.